Hi, this is Jonathan, and welcome to Modern Life Dating. Today we're going to talk about negative people. Well, I've got a question from a viewer today, and he says, "Hey dude, I know you respond to viewers' questions by making YouTube videos sometimes. I was wondering, what's your take on dealing with negative people? What do you recommend if you can't avoid a negative person due to work or living situations? And how negative people impact game." Okay, so I can cover all three of these points. First one is, what is your take on dealing with negative people? I have a zero tolerance policy for dealing with negative people. Negative people are an absolute poison to your life, and they will bring nothing good to anything in your life at all. Nothing they can do for you can outweigh the negativity and poison they will put in your life. Before I made a choice to go to Japan, it seemed like a very far-fetched idea at the time. I was in Orlando, which is very far away from Japan. I had told myself I'd made the decision, I'd quit my job, and I'm going to pursue my dream of going after Japan. Now, there's like a very negative person in my life at the time, and I didn't really know so much about negative people. I just thought people were people. I wasn't as smart as I am now. And he would always say, "Oh, yeah, bro, you're going to Japan. Great. How do you say that in Japanese?" He just always criticized me and always wanted to, make fun of me for no reason. And later in life, I realized this is a very negative person. And even though I was trying to do something good with my life, go after my dreams and accomplish it, this person couldn't seem to realize that. And instead of being a supportive person, because positive people will always be happy for your successes and your triumphs. Negative people don't want you to succeed because you remind them of how bad they suck. So, when it comes to dealing with negative people, I have a zero tolerance policy. Get the fuck out of my life. Don't ever come back unless you change that nasty, toxic, poisonous attitude. And that should be your perspective as well. It's better to be alone than to be around negative, toxic people, because even if you're alone and you're a positive person, your positive energy will eventually attract other people into your life who also have positive energy. So, zero tolerance policy, okay? For the second part of the question, he says, what do you recommend if someone can't avoid a negative person due to work or living situations? Again, I have a zero tolerance policy. Start making moves, start making maneuvers, start planning your life to get out of that situation. It's not worth it, because no matter what the situation is, this negative person will infect your life, and eventually they'll be bringing you down. And then you're constantly going to be fighting to maintain your positive energy. And it's just not worth it. I recently had some negative friends here out in Osaka, Japan. And I made the decision, you know what, fuck these people. They're out of my life. I can't deal with this stress. Every time I'm with them, I'm arguing my point. It's just exhausting to be around them. All right, that's a trait you'll notice. After somebody who's negative, after they leave, you're gonna feel relieved. You're gonna be like, oh God, thank God they're gone. I can relax. I can recharge my energy. That's not good for your life. That's counterproductive. When you're with positive people, you both are jettisoning forward. You're both rocketing forward at a fast rate. When you're a positive person and you're around negative people, you're going at a slower rate forward because you're constantly having to drag or fight this dead and negative energy that's just pulling you and slowing you down. So, start making the moves. It's better to be alone than to be around negative people. Okay? I don't care how difficult it is, just get it done and watch. The quality of your life will improve. Even being by yourself, again, I have to go back to this point. Being by yourself compared to being around negative people is way better. Just bask in your own positive energy and know that as you raise your own high energy, high vibrations, that you're going to be bringing other positive people into your life. Like attracts like. All right? And the last part of the question says, how negative people impact a game? Well, negative people, a lot of guys I know that are negative, they are jealous of my game. There's only two types of guys you'll meet in your dating career, okay? If you're really good with women, like I am, you're going to run into two guys. Guys that admire you and want to learn from you, or guys that hate on you and that criticize you. When I lived in Tokyo, I had two friends, right? One guy was very negative, and he wasn't really successful with girls. Shocker there, right? I met another guy. We were both in the same social group. Very positive guy. Great job. Very just nice guy. Nice to be around. It was never exhausting. These guys, their names were Tommy and Kirk. Tommy was a really positive guy. Tommy was always positive, always uplifting, always had something good to say. And he always, would compliment me on my game. I got my Japanese girlfriend at the time to she was offering me $500 to move out to Hawaii for her, and she was forgiving me for all these stuff I was doing, and he was just amazed. And then Kirk, on the other hand, every time I went out, he had something to criticize me. I didn't have six-pack abs at the time, and he had six-pack abs, and he always said, well, you're just fat, and maybe these girls just like a fat guy. And I wasn't fat at all. And the funny thing was, I was swimming in women at the time. And what was he doing? He was going home alone and with his high standards. And, he was going alone and he was beating his dick. He was home masturbating alone by himself. And his negative energy was just very toxic. After I would speak with him, after I talk with him, I didn't want to be around him. I went out to pick up girls with Tommy, and I went out to pick up girls with Kirk. Every time I was with Kirk, it was good because the girls would be repulsed by him and his negative energy, and so they would gravitate towards me. When I was with Tommy, we just fed off of each other's positive vibes. It was just, we were crushing it. I remember Halloween 2013, me and Tommy, we both went out, and we picked up a pair of the hottest girls I have ever been with in Tokyo. My girl was half Japanese, half Brazilian, smoking hot. His girl was Japanese, really pretty girl, really, really, really cute face. And we took him back to his house, and it was game over. With Kirk, I never had that kind of experience. So when you're with negative people in game or in dating or just in life in general, right? They're going to be pulling you down, slowing you down, and not allowing you to achieve 100% success. So get out there, get rid of all negative people in your life, tell them to take a fucking hike and never come back unless they change their attitude. Stay away from those negative people and get some positive friends. Find some like-minded guys who want to go somewhere with life, guys like you who are watching this video because you're trying to make your life better. Find guys like that. Stick with those guys and you will come up in life. If you don't, you're going to just kind of dwindle and be average just like the rest of these guys who are negative people, because the average person is negative. What do you want to be? So the quickest way to get my help is to book a paid email, phone coaching, or Skype session. You can do that by clicking the link below. I'll be providing weekly videos, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. And as always, this is Jonathan from Modern Life Dating. Thanks, and I will see you soon.